And I want to play it for you before we get into this incredible takedown of Volodymyr Zelensky. I want to play, I think Donald Trump set the stage when he met Zelensky outside in the front of the White House. He really set the tone for how this meeting was going to go. Here is that moment.
You're all dressed up.
Yes, I had pretty close.
You're all dressed up, he says.
He's all dressed up today.
He's all dressed up. And of course, those of you who are listening on audio podcasts, I don't have to tell you what Zelensky was wearing. You already know, because it's the same thing that he wears every other time. Just a black long sleeve shirt, black pants, black boots, work boots. And so President Trump is like, oh, he's all dressed up. Nice of you to dress up to see the president of the United States. We've only paid you how many billions of dollars. Thanks for dressing up for us. Okay. So as they were discussing this deal, Zelensky, in his very Zelensky fashion, decided to try to tell the United States what they should be doing. And he has a great habit of doing this. And you know what? Who could blame him? Because he was working with, for 4 years, an administration that rolled over and decided that he would dictate to them exactly what we would be doing and what we would be financially responsible for. It's just that it doesn't work like that anymore in this White House. And so here is the moment that got a little heated in the White House. Watch.
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are not
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You
God bless. You will not have
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this.
I'm not
You're in
dictating.
no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war,
You're not in a good position. You don't have the
the
cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
Right now, you don't.
I'm
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're gambling
I'm
with the
president
lives of
anymore.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War
What
III.
do you
You're
think
gambling
about?
with
What do you
World
think
War
about?
III.
Who does he
And
think
what
he's
you're
talking
doing
to?
is very disrespectful to the country, this country. It's
with
back
all
to you.
respect to your
Far
country.
more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once?
You said
A lot
thank
of
you
times.
once.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
you said thank you.
Even today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for
What-
the United States
what
of
are you thinking
America
about?
and the president who's trying to save your country.
I've never seen anything like this in my life. I've never seen anything like this in my life. I can't believe that they just did that in front of the cameras. Like they just
Wait, what? Sorry.
They tag teamed him in front of the cameras so that all of America could see we're done with this. This really is America first. This is an America first administration. You want to see? Here's proof.
But what was happening before, which we didn't see in that, I really recommend everyone goes and watches that last 15 minutes because it is one of the most incredible things you'll ever see in your life.
Never seen anything like
But
this.
he was talking over the president. He was talking over Vance. He was being his usual belligerent self. And Vance was just like, because it's important to know that didn't come from nowhere with Vance. He was like, do you know what? Enough.
Yeah.
Like, you don't walk in here and push us around because we're not sycophants like the Europeans are. And they are. They all kiss his ass in Europe. And you're not the cadaver in chief anymore, right? It's not talking to Biden.
Sure.
And Vance just stepped in, like just dismantled him. And then the big dog like decided, like, hang on a second. No,
you're not going to talk to us like that.
I was watching that, like I was a little bit delayed. I did my live stream on Matthew D. Marsden on YouTube, just saying.
Go subscribe.
Go subscribe. And I was watching it, and I was like, they've got to stop this. Like this guy's, and then Vance just goes and he goes, boom! He did him, dude. He did him, slapped him down. Yeah. And this is what we want. Like, nobody comes in and dictates to the United States of America anything. It's over. The truth of the matter is, Sarah, 6 months ago, they ran out of bodies, right? And my buddy was telling me, he's an SF guy, he was like, they have only a very small amount of troops. If Vladimir Putin doesn't want to go in, he's taking the country over. It's just the way it is. Right. That's the reality of it. And America is not being taken advantage of anymore, and I'm here for it.
No, I totally agree. And I want to get your thoughts, Eric. I'm not sure how much of this you saw today as well. I need to go back and watch it in its entirety because I watched a good portion of it, but I missed some of it. So I want to go back and watch it. I want to play one more clip here, but I want to remind you guys before we play that, make sure that you are subscribed to Matthew Marsden's YouTube, okay? Eric July's YouTube, Young Rippa 59. He's waiting for his. Can you?
I'm waiting for it. And
he's waiting.
I did the whole thing, and you.
But also, Sarah Gonzalez Unfiltered, which you're watching right now. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. Gently tap the like button because we all like a gentle tapping from time to time. And comment. Make sure that you help us out in the algorithm, which we all know is stacked against us. So I want to play one more clip here of President Trump just manhandling this whiny little baby, this spoiled little toddler who wants to come here and demand that we give him more free shit. Here is President Trump taking him to task. Watch.
Your country is in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning.
I know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful.
Oh, you've been alone?
You haven't been alone.
In this cabinet, and not only in this cabinet.
We gave you, through the stupid president, $350 billion. We gave you military equipment, and your men are brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
if you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
This was, by the way, God, inject this into my veins. This was like, I was like, golly, this is, whew, for all of these political junkies, I'm like, it's getting hot in here. I feel like this is somehow a turn on. And not because I'm physically attracted to anyone in the room. It's just like, this is leadership. This is what real American leadership looks like. And we've been missing it for so long. And so this was not an act. I just want to be clear. This was not for the cameras, because the reporters that were there said that shortly after this that it appeared that President Trump kicked Zelensky out of the White House because he departed shortly after that. And then President Trump went on to Truth Social and posted, "We had a very meaningful meeting in the White House today. Much was learned that could never be understood without conversation under such fire and pressure. It's amazing what comes out through emotion, and I have determined that President Zelensky is not ready for peace if America is involved because he feels our involvement gives him a big advantage in negotiations. I don't want advantage. I want peace. He disrespected the United States of America in its cherished Oval Office. He can come back when he is ready for peace." I mean, I again, Eric, I'd love to get your thoughts as well. I have never seen anything like this. I'm not a historian, so you guys tell me in the comments if there's actually in 1901. But I personally, in my adult life, have never seen anything like what I just saw today. I mean, masterful, just masterful in projecting strength for this country. If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, click here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, come on, you know you do. Click here.